Hey, good people, important post here. I want to talk about the Vesica Piscis, the English alphabet, Gematria, and how it all connects. By the end of this, I want you to see how significant the numbers really are within our language and alphabet, and how our alphabet, the English alphabet, truly is based on this Vesica Piscis, as well as sacred geometry and Gematria. So let's get into it.
Point A around point B, that makes a circle. But these two single points are clones, and those 2 points have equal potential. So not only can point A rotate around point B, but point B can also rotate around point A. This is one radius that both circles share. That black form in the middle there, that's called the Vesica Piscis or the Vesica Piscis, depending on what we prefer. The Vesica Piscis is literally the womb of the universe.
Okay, so let's just stop right here, talk about some things we've learned already. He just called it the womb of the universe, and I would like you to recall that the word woman in Gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, sums to 66, as do the sum of the first 13 colonies, the birth of the nation, as do the number of books in the Bible. If you write out the word 33 in Gematria, it sums to 66. If you write out Route 66 in Summit in Gematria, it also sums to 66. If you didn't know, Route 66 was the first highway ever built across the nation. It began in Chicago, home of the 60606 area code. Also, this symbol right here, imagine a fishtail on it. You've seen this symbol on the back of lots of cars in your life, likely. And in Gematria, notice these letters in the middle. Sometimes you see these letters. I is 9. X becomes 6 because it's the 24th letter. 2 plus 4 is 6. O is the 15th letter. 1 plus 5 becomes 6. Y is the 25th letter. 2 plus 5 becomes 7. E is the 5th letter. 9 plus 6 plus 6 plus 7 plus 5 sums to 33. That symbol that I just put up on the screen is known as the ictus. In Gematria, ictus sums to 26, which is known as the God number. The word Jehovah, which is often used for God or Jesus, sums to 33, just like the letters we just did. The word Pisces, that symbol is also for Pisces. The word Pisces sums to 26, and we currently live in the age of Pisces. All right, let's move on with this video.
Whole essence of the universe. I'm not kidding. Sounds like a real crazy thing to say, but 2 circles of common radius, and this shape in the middle that it makes, called the Vesica Piscis, is the whole root of sacred geometry. Literally every single thing that exists, and I'm not kidding, everything that exists springs out of this womb.
And by everything that exists, you guys, he's talking about even us. In Christianity, this word is referred to as the mandorla. The gematria of the word mandorla is 33. The gematria of the word people, person, society, order, destiny, believe, and many other important words is also 33. And we have 33 vertebrae in our back. He was just talking about everything. We'll come back to it. Let's move on.
This football-like shape. It sounds like
Football-like
a wild,
shape.
improbable, crazy thing to say, but it's absolutely.
Football-like shape. Another point, you guys. The Professional Football League first split into 2 conferences in the year 33. Remember, Freemasons have a highest degree of 33 and believe in conquering through duality. This symbol, the Vesica Piscis, also represents duality, the 2 coming together, the overlap, and the difference. Oh, and I was just going to say, the NFL was established in the year 66. This is association between 33 and 66. A football looks just like the Vesica Piscis.
everyone pretty much agrees. The universe is created by division. That ultimate mystery, that great creative force, which is the all, God mind, unity consciousness.
So I just want to stop here and bring up what I'm thinking about as he's saying this, because it takes me back to September 11th, which is where I personally first learned about the number 33. In my research, I found that in 1968, 33 years before 9/11, 911 was made the national emergency dialing code, World Trade Center construction began, and George W. Bush graduated from Yale and Skull and Bones. That was 1968. That's also the year Space Odyssey 2001 was released. Planet of the Apes. 33 years later, September 11th, 2001 happened. And starting on March 11th, 6 months after the attack, they did a 33-night tribute to light, which I thought was really bizarre. And from there, I did more research, and well, I found out what I'm now sharing with you. And now think about the World Trade Centers. He's talking about this oneness. What did they replace there? One gigantic tower. What I'm saying is this stuff is all symbolism to these people. The word seed sums to 33 in Gematria. And instead of seeing 9/11 with the way we always see it, this demolition of towers, imagine a giant seed there. And what has come out of that seed? War, hatred, spying. Nothing good, really. Just nothing but bad. And that's what happens when injustice occurs and there's no justice that's ever brought forth. Just more and more injustice grows out of it. And that might be the way these madmen see it. Their seed of destruction. Okay, let's move on with the documentary.
Divides and becomes duality, and voila, the Big Bang.
Big Bang. In Gematria, Big Bang sums to 33, as does Genesis. People often say that Genesis is the science or the religious spiritual retelling of Big Bang and vice versa. Science is all full of 33, you guys. Darwin sums to 33, murdered on a date with 33 numerology. Einstein was brought to the U.S. in 33, has a life number of 33, was murdered on a date with a numerology of 33 in the year 55. Ugh, it just goes on and on from Michael Faraday to Isaac Newton, you guys. It's just 33 through and through.
God mind as single-pointedness divides and becomes duality, and all relationship begins right there. And out of this relationship, of course, two circles of common radius and the Vesica Piscis. Vesica Piscis. So let's look a little closer at this Vesica Piscis, huh? Right there it is. That's it. When we get to four circles of common radius, which naturally evolve out of these points C and D, the Vesica Piscis is in the middle. But we have now 5 Vesica Piscis inside 4 circles of common radius. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, interesting. With the creation of those points C and D, we have within the Vesica Piscis a triangular situation. So we started with unity, we evolved into duality, and now we have an evolution to trinity. This is the birthplace of trigonometry, an entire division of mathematics born in the Vesica Piscis. Huh? Those 2 points, C and D, bisect the Vesica Piscis and create the cross in the center and a new center, point X. So this introduces the transcendental nature of this pattern. It slips all the way into infinity and all the way out to infinity with smaller and smaller and smaller overlapping circles and larger and larger and larger overlapping circles, all the way to infinity. So, you can't learn about the Vesica Piscis in a few minutes. This is an unbelievably deep and rich form, literally the womb of the universe.
All right. So the womb of the universe, and as it happens, also the womb of our English language. And with regards to the English language, it is 26 letters in length. That number 26, the God number, if you sum 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 all the way up to 26, it sums to 351. God in English is spelled G-O-D. That's 7 plus 15 plus 4, it equals 26. In Gematria, a lot like geometry, the God number is 26. The other way to sum God is doing the reduced method where G is 7, O becomes 6 instead of 15 because 1 plus 5 is 6, and D is 4. If you sum it that way, God sums to 17. If you sum the numbers 1 through 17, it sums to 153. So think of 153 and 351. Perfect duality. They're a reflection of each other, a lot like the Vesica Piscis. These numbers also show up in the mathematics of calculating the Vesica Piscis. So it shows you where their relevance comes from and why they would build a language of 26 letters, make God spelled to what it is. It goes back to ancient mathematics and knowledge that's always been with us. So the question becomes as you learn this is, why haven't we been taught this? And that is what I'm exposing to you, because had we known this, we'd be aware of what is happening to us in the world, and we're not. Think of a solar eclipse, the blocking out of light. In Gematria, the word eclipse and the word black hole sums to 33. This illumination, this darkness, which is what we essentially live under, because we live under Freemason rule, and they study this stuff. They're aware of this, and they've coded it into everything from our language to our names to our history to our sports leagues, everything. Just as he said, it's everything. It really is. And the reason why is because this world has been built around us by these people. The Greeks referred to the Vesica Piscis as the matrix of life. And with regards to the Matrix, in the movie The Matrix, starring Keanu Reeves, who is Neo, the name Neo sums to 34, which is the 9th Fibonacci number, which also directly pertains to this. In that movie, his passport expires on September 11th, 2001. Not a coincidence, people. They put this stuff in the movies just like they put it in our language, just like they put it everywhere. That's the point. So if you're learning this stuff, if you're trying to explain it to people, if you're someone who's written me and said, how do I explain this to my neighbor or this person I'm arguing to, study these videos, read more about this stuff, expand your consciousness, expand your understanding of the world, and you'll be able to explain it more clearly. If you have any questions after watching this, please let me know. To show you a few more things, that symbol that I showed you earlier, it's a lot like this. Oh, that's not showing up too clearly. A lot like this. That's the emblem of Guam, you guys. It's like a fish on its side. The point is the word Guam and the word fish both sum to 42, the meaning of life number in numerology. The word vertebrae in our back also sums to 42, and we have 33 of those. So keep that in mind. All right, thanks. Until next time.